Hey there, it's Apostle Dwann here in Jacksonville. I'm the founder of GICMP, which is the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets. You know, I train prophets. If you're here watching this video, that means you have some questions about the prophetic, or you want to find out more about GICMP and how we can help you walk in your prophetic destiny. But let me tell you about one of the things that I know happens with prophets, prophetic voices. It's one of the most frustrating things that I've actually walked prophets through. I do it probably yearly, and I had to do it a couple years ago with one who I've affirmed. What happens when the pastor or the apostle you're connected to and who you think is going to affirm you comes to you and says, it's not going to happen? Or what happens when they say, you know what, I don't think I'm called to train prophets. I don't think I'm called to train prophetic voices. But what happens after you spent and invested thousands of dollars, and then all of a sudden you recognize that maybe, just maybe, it's not going to work out? It's frustrating, but I want to tell you that it happens. It happens every single year. It happens all across the world. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Now, let me tell you this. I have had God tell me that someone isn't ready for affirmation. And so I tell them that. And then 9 times out of 10, they get a little offended with me. They walk away. But I've also had God say, in the midst of public affirmation, He highlights a person and tells me, I know they haven't gone through training, or I know they haven't gone through your training, but He says they still need public affirmation. They're doing the work. And He says, lay your hands on them. And I say, oh my goodness, God, I'm going to obey you. And so I lay hands. But what happens when your leader doesn't obey? What happens when you know that God has told you to go somewhere and you've been expecting affirmation and it just doesn't happen? I'm telling you, that's when you have to make a decision to move in the right place and in the right space that will lead you to destiny. And that's what I want you to know here today, that at GICMP, we have been training and affirming prophets for 12 years, but of course we've been training for 20 or so. And it's frustrating when you as a prophetic voice don't know what to do. But the one thing I tell you, you need an apostle in your life, and you need an apostolic thrust, and you also need prophetic training. If you're at that point in your life where you're looking for answers, I pray that this short video has given you some clarity, or enough clarity to help you understand that it's not time to quit. It's not time to throw in the towel. It's time to move forward with your prophetic education, and it's time to trust God above your circumstances, above your situations, and know that if He did it for me, oh my goodness, and if He did it for everybody else, He will and He shall do it for you. But you've got to take this walk of faith and trust Him past what you know and past what you've experienced in these last few months. If that's you, I want you to book a prophetic discovery call with myself or my staff. If I'm not there, it's going to be somebody well qualified to talk you through, or you can feel free to inbox me. But it's time for you to enroll in our College of Prophets education, and these classes are changing people's lives. And yes, they're underway today, so don't delay, enroll.